Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why most wound care clinics cannot scale. And so the first reason is most wound care clinics can't scale because they don't master the model. And so essentially, if you're not running a good business now, why would you scale it, right? So if it's not profitable and organized, you're not going to scale it yet, or you shouldn't scale it yet. And so the key is you want to master the model of the first location in Alabama before you scale to the second location in Florida. Number 2, a lack of process. And so what that means is most clinics have a process technically, but it's not a written one. And so if you have to introduce a whole new team of people in a whole new city about how to do exactly what you're doing to get the same results, you can't, because you don't have a specific written process that you can walk them through step by step. And so a lack of process means a lack of scaling. Number 3, lack of protocol. And so I've said in other videos, like a protocol is not only your system of achieving results with wounds, but it's also your business model. It's also the system by which you make money. And so if you don't have a specific protocol, again, you can't go to another location and guarantee that those providers are going to A, heal patients the same way and provide the same quality of care, or B, make you the same amount of money on the average visit. So you can't measure your outcomes or your expenses. Like you can't estimate them if you don't have a protocol. Number 4, a lack of financial clarity. So this may seem obvious, but if you don't understand the actual expenses you have currently, you're not going to be able to successfully scale and add expenses because you're not going to know how much money you actually have to make before you can have a certain amount of expenses or a certain amount of staff or a certain amount of subscriptions or whatever else it is. And so a lack of financial clarity, this really should have been number 1, is going to create the biggest barrier to you being able to expand and grow your clinic. And number 5, a lack of marketing. And so when I say a lack of marketing, essentially, if you don't have a repeatable process to get patients and you are not investing in that process heavily enough to have patients consistently coming, you could find yourself extending to another location, hiring staff to be there and not having enough patients to feed it. And so most clinics simply don't market enough to justify getting another location, much less sustaining one. And so in my experience, even running a clinic and looking at opportunities to expand, these were some of the barriers that we ran into and that I continue to see clinics run into, where we're not mastering the model. There is a lack of process, there's a lack of protocol, commonly a lack of financial clarity, and a lack of marketing. And so I hope you can use these to implement the opposite and scale your clinic.